Word. All right. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are at in the world. It is your trading instructor, Lionheart LaQuinn, and today we are going to be going over about 8 different markets so that we can find some buying and selling opportunities for this upcoming week and be profitable. All right, so that's what we are here for. I'm going to clean my screen up a little bit for you guys. I am going to leave my support and resistance lines, though. I'm going to leave those up there, but everything else you guys do not need. However, this area right here. So we're going to start off with gold versus USD, right? As we know, gold shot down tremendously by a nice 40 or 50,000 pips. I have to say that again, 40 or 50,000 pips. And, anyone who saw that coming, hey, kudos to you. Because this is my first time seeing it this low. It actually touched 1745. As you can see, the price is at 1752. The market just opened, so it's starting to move. And the reason that we do Sunday markups is because the market just opens, and we want to look to see at least where the market is somewhere what comfortable, if it's dropping right away or if it's staying steady. And right now it's staying steady. Of course, not a lot of volume, not a lot of volatility in the market, but at the same time, definitely still want to prep for tomorrow, basically. So I'm not going to take any trades tonight, and it possibly might not even be taking any trades in gold tomorrow, just because I want to see where the recovery points are. So doing my math and my science and fundamental and technical analysis, this is what I would call an entry zone if it breaks through this area. So this is starting off at 1771 and ends at 1778. So if it breaks through this area, I would say that we're back on an uptrend. But if it touches up in this area and then drops back down, definitely a good area to get in for a sell. So I'm going to go ahead and predict that you should be looking for more selling opportunities than buying opportunities, just because of how it dropped and the fact that it stayed down there for a nice 2 days, basically, the end of the week. But the Bulls will, look for some revenge on Monday morning. So I definitely see it coming back up to that 1776, 1771 area. And then I would be definitely be looking for a sell at that point if it doesn't break through. So look for strong bullish momentum. If it has stair stepper momentum, then just hold tight. If it has the stair stepper where it's higher highs and higher highs, but what we're really looking for is strong bullish momentum into the 1771 area and drop back down all the way down to 1745. So that would literally be probably about 30,000 pips that we could eat off before Tuesday even hits, if it goes that way. But honestly, like I said, Tuesday might be the best day to get into the market for gold. Not going to mark that up because if you we can kind of go back into last week's video and check prices, and it was kind of doing the same thing. So go back and check last week's video, and I'm not going to mark that one up, but I am going to mark this one up a little bit for you guys. So in a nutshell, right now we have price clearly broke structure right here. We're at 1511 area on gold versus euro. So this is the last time it broke structure. So let's look back and see if we can find an area where it respected, which is right here. So I'm going to draw another support line right there. And last time it broke structure, it dropped all the way down to 1428. And that's definitely a sign of a signal when it does this right here that the market is going to drop. Gold versus US dollar did the exact same thing. So I want you guys to keep in mind, if you're trading both of these, they do, I say like this, when one goes up, they normally both go up. When one goes down, they normally both go down. So definitely something to keep in mind if you're trying to place multiple trades in similar markets. Definitely a lot of opportunities in both of these. So as you can see, the price is different, but they do move the same way. All right. So from here on gold versus euro, I'm definitely still looking for a sell. Same thing with gold, man. Same thing with gold. I definitely see it coming back up to this 1510 area. Maybe Monday the bulls try to make a rally, and then might actually go to like 1520 area. But if it breaks through 1520, I would go ahead and set a buy stop. I would set a buy stop at 15, probably, yeah, around 1520 area. I would. I'm gonna go to the 1 week time frame real quick just to verify some things. See how many times it respected this level right here. If my Wi-Fi would keep up with me, come on, you can do it. The Colombian Wi-Fi struggle is real. It's a thing. It is a thing. Let's. Uh, if you can mute
the murdering
your
trial
mic.
had ended with not.
Oh Lord Jesus! If somebody could mute their mic. There we go. All right, cool. So if you do come on these sessions, please mute your mic upon entry because we can hear your background. All right. So basically, so 14.95 is where we're at right now for gold euro on the week. On the weekly time frame, we have a low of right here, the next low, and obviously it's respecting this area. So we're actually going to draw another support line right there, and that's probably where we'll look to have our first take profit or somewhere in between there, because obviously this is the week. It's going to take some time to get there. So actually, that'll be actually be our last take profit. So all this from where it's at right now, it can clearly respect this area and keep dropping down from the push because people are still selling at this price that it's currently at. So obviously it's been lower, and I definitely see it pushing lower, just like gold as well too. And maybe it'll start recovering maybe Wednesday, Thursday for the rise again. So don't be so adamant about your selling opportunities that you're going to hold it that long. But honestly, I do see gold USD going to 1700, and I see gold Europe versus euro coming down to this level right here, 1181, sooner or later, over these next few weeks. So, and it's not going to go there right away, guys. So don't, if it doesn't happen next week, just understand that it's headed that way. That's a long drop. But when I say that these last 4 or 5 weeks, gold has kind of been on a high. So it's kind of that time now to start trending down. It's starting to be the end of the year. People are selling their positions. You know what I'm saying? So that's technically what's going on. Everybody's taking their money, liquidity for Christmas or whatever reason. So just think about the market speculation. Think about the different aspects of why people pull their money out of the market and pull their positions to begin with, and then just kind of go off of that psychology, and you should be able to find some solid base points. That's all we're doing, is looking for high probability trades. Okay, we're not going to go to platinum this week. We're not going to go to platinum. We're going to go over to Euro USD. Actually, let me I already gave you guys numbers for this one, so yeah, let's just go to Euro USD. I was trying to keep this as short as possible. I'm trying to get these down to like 15 minutes, these videos to like 15 minutes. So bear with me, Queens and Kings. All right, so now we're in Euro USD. Euro USD has taken a decline. It was in the 1.18500 area, and it has dropped down. It ranged for a while, but after it broke around 1.17800, after it broke that area, it continued to drop, and now it's sitting towards the low 117s. And we know obviously it can go down to 1.15 if you've been watching the market like I have over the past 2 months, 3 months. So on the week, oh, that's deadly. I've never seen it this low personally. So I'm looking for this right here. Where we at? Looking for 1.1600 area. So that could be 1,000 pip sell this week. I believe this market is going to drop as well too. However, it is ranging. It is ranging. Let me go down to a lower time frame. Let's go to the 1 hour. See which price points it's respecting, or which support and resistance it's respecting. But clearly, there's room for it to go up. I wouldn't be surprised if the gold factor dropping would have something to do with this. Like I said, we are trading gold versus euro, and this is euro versus USD. So they're all directly, indirectly correlated. All right. So from here, it could ride this and do a ranging in this area from 1.17200 to 1.17700, which is about where it broke structure right here. Like I said, that 1.178 area, it broke structure, and then it was gone after that. So this was all Friday. That happened Friday. So we'll see if it continues to go down, but it can definitely go down to 116. And from the range that I've been seeing it over the past 2-3 months, it's been around the 115 high 1.15 area to the 1.20 area. So we are kind of like in the middle, but I do predict that it will go down this week. So we'll see. I'll check in on it Tuesday and Wednesday to see if we can get a confirm, or at least something more stable in our decision. So for Euro USD, I would be looking for a sell for Monday and Tuesday, and maybe for it to start recovering around Wednesday, Thursday, Friday area. Okay. And actually more like Thursday, Friday area. I feel like it's still going to keep going down all the way until Thursday, Friday. We'll know for sure after Tuesday. All right. So Euro NZD, European Euro, and the New Zealand dollar. Let's see. Looks like it's been in a range so far as market structure. It's been in a range for since the beginning of September, coming from a high of 1.71, and this was, we'll call that a little bit after the mid of August. So it's definitely on a downtrend. Definitely on a downtrend. If I was to mark it up, I would do something like this and wait for it to break structure. Give me 1 second. If I was to mark this one up, I only like the markup charts where I can like definitely see something for you guys so that it makes sense. Sometimes, like I said, it's Sunday, guys. So, the market's only going to do so much, but obviously it broke structure right here, but then it's still going down. So I feel like we're definitely in a downtrend, and that doesn't mean that there's not any buying or selling opportunities. That just means you need to choose wisely on your entry prices. All right. So make sure you're trading from an area of value and not just hopping in the market. But if I was to go for a buy, I would be looking for buys at 1.65. 1.66 area. And if I was going for a sell, I would look for sales at 1.67 area. All right. So that there's clearly room for eating. There's clearly room for a few different trades. Trying to see if there's any head and shoulder patterns that I can see. Nah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna say it's gonna range like this in this area, the way it did in this area, but I do see it doing something like that, maybe from here to there, just back and forth, and then maybe a drop. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe I just have a bearish mindset this week because of gold. You guys know I'm heavily invested in gold all the time, so so maybe that might be what that is. But honestly, I feel like it's just going to be a ranging week for Euro NZD. All right. But yeah, I mean, these are levels that I've drawn from weeks ago. So I mean, it's still kind of respecting the same area. Honestly, I would be looking like last week we predicted a buy. So this arrow from here is from last week. So we were right about that one. I would actually wait for a retest if I was going to be a bullish trader, and I would wait for a retest. I'm just going to duplicate this real quick and put in another signal. Give me 1 second. Actually, let me just. I'm just gonna move that over. I'm just gonna move that over. I don't even feel like looking for all that. I'm just gonna move this over right here. I'm gonna say that around this area, wait for a retest of this support line. If you can get anywhere in around this area, I think you should be good for a buy and look to get a few. Shoot, 16. Yeah, that's close to about 700 pips right there. All right. So Euro JPY, Euro Japanese yen. Oh man, what is going on? What is going on here? So these are all lines that I drew. What I think these lines are from last week. I'm gonna get rid of these now though, just to clean up the chart and see what else we can find. So it wasn't an uptrend. Let's see what we can find on the week real quick. So I had it going up last week from what I was saying. Had it going up last week. Definitely in a range. I feel like Japanese yen is always normally on a casual uptrend. And if we're definitely on an uptrend from where it's at, because its low is 95 and we're sitting at 128 right now. So it's definitely on an uptrend. I would wait for a retest in this area, 115. Looks like there's a few different retests. So let's go ahead and call that a support level. Retest right here. Looked like it was trying to drop. Retest right here, retest right here. Even back in 2003, there was retest right here. So very strong retest area. just so you guys see that. That's what I love about the week view. You can go back literally years, test data, see. I say like this: the longer that support and resistance are respected in certain areas, the stronger those areas get. So it's not just going to blow past this area at all, and it looks like as well as this area too. So there's definitely a reason why I did that. Every time it does blow back, it there's a pullback or a retracement into this zone. So I would call this this. I'm not going to say a safe bet, but in this zone would be your buying and selling area right here. This top resistance line would be your selling, and this bottom support line would be your buying area. All right. If it drops below that, wait for a retest and then get in where you fit in on when you see your indicators confirming your trade. All right. From there, let's go to GBP. I'm gonna wrap this up. Where we at? We got I'm about 19 minutes in. All right, Euro GBP, Great British Pound. Where we at? Where we at? Let me go down to a smaller time frame, but let's mark it up real quick right here because I feel like this is an area that it could possibly respect right here. It looks like we got about 4 or 5 different touches over these past few weeks. So I'm definitely going to call that proof that if this breaks structure, this range right here over these past few weeks, if it breaks structure, definitely see it going down to retest at 0.768. So I would definitely look for a buy if it hits this area, and it might not even be this week, it might be next week, but let's go down to a smaller time frame and see what we can find for Monday, Tuesday trades. All right. So Monday, Tuesday, 0.85. It's kind of already there just about. I would wait for a retest of this area and get in for a buy. Give me 1 second. Let me put an arrow right there because I feel like that would be a solid trade right there. But make that a buy. Turn this around. All right. So I would say I would predict a retest around probably like this area right here. Wait for another retest right here and ride it back up. So from 8.5 to 8.56. That doesn't seem right. We got to see how much volume and volatility will happen Monday, Tuesday for this market, to be honest, because there's no telling how far this can range, because it can range from all the way up here to all the way down there. So, but definitely area I would look for a buy to even get a few hundred pips out of this trade. Definitely something to look at. From there, let's go to Euro Chef. Euro Chef looks like it's on a high. I've been predicting sales. However, it looks like this was the last sell that I predicted. This one, I don't know if I just had that arrow there, but this broke structure for what it looked like it was supposed to be a sell, and it actually started creating a whole nother resistance level. Who knows how strong that is, but it actually looked like there's a action back here as well in this area too, this whole zone. So I would definitely wait for a retest, but I definitely would not getting for a buy right now until it at least drops back here, because you can see clearly that right here and right here that this was respected as a resistance level. So I would wait for a retest. If you're going to get in for a buy, I would wait till it touches this and acts as support and get in around this area right here, 1.08958 area. All right, for a buy. And then right now where it's currently at, is that how many pips is that? That's about 300 pips right there. Nothing too much, but like I said, 300, you only need 50 pips a day. So keep that in mind for all my new traders out there. You really only need 50 pips a day. So anytime you get over 50 pips a day, just consider that a blessing and consider yourself becoming a more proficient and profitable trader. Because after that, it's just a matter of extending and increasing your lot size. All right. Euro CAD, Euro Canadian dollar. All right. So it looks like I should have put an arrow. I'm gonna go back and put arrows on these later, but I know these. So these are the last 2 weeks, I guess. So I had the buying arrow right here. Looks like you could have got in for a buy here and then could have rode it to here. So kudos to everybody who made some profit off of that. And then I had a selling arrow right here. It didn't exactly touch the resistance level, but it was on its way up there. It didn't quite make it. So I would definitely be looking for a retest around this area right here. See if it can shoot up to right here, but it's definitely going in a downtrend right now. We'll see how the momentum kicks. Where'd the line go? Why to do that to me? Just foul. Just foul. All right. So I will look for it to kind of dwindle down in this area and then shoot back up. So I'm actually going to place another arrow for buying opportunity right here. Anytime you see triangles, you'll start to see them more and more as you begin to trade. But anytime you see triangles, that's a clear sign that something is going to happen. And normally that means it's either going to go up or go down. But this is a area that I would wait for, and it's never going to be exactly perfect. Sometimes they are. I have had. I'm talking about to the T, where these arrows are. It's like clockwork. But just understand, everything's speculation. 90% of the market is speculation. All right. All right. Coming down to our last two, Euro Aud and Bitcoin. So it looks like I created a trend channel right here, and it looks like it's been following that pretty steady. From September 13th, 12th, let's go on the week view, see what we can see from the bigger view, the bigger picture. But clearly it's on an uptrend. It is on an uptrend, right? So if it breaks this area and shoots down here, I would definitely consider it a downtrend. But it is on an uptrend right now. We'll see how long it follows. Try to get as many touches. That's 3 touches right there. So this is what it looks like on the week view. When we go down to the, let's go to the one day. Yeah, so it's been following this trend channel. Keep in mind, I made this trend channel last week, and it's been following it pretty heavy. So I would definitely wait for a retest on this trend channel, 1.61191 area. All right, and from there I would get in for a buy, and then obviously you see how it peaked at this area right here. So I could see it peaking. If it is going to do the whole rangy type of thing, I would see it peak at 1.65777. So that's a nice what? Man, that's that's a lot of pips. That's well over 1,000 pips. Like I said, I'm here to get you guys to that next level. Everybody doesn't need 5,000 pips. Some of you guys just need 1,000 pips a week. You know what I'm saying? So get in where you fit in and make sure your lot sizes and you're not over leveraging your accounts. All right. But from there, I would definitely get in. Move this arrow down. I would like to get in for a buy. I'll probably more likely be getting for a buy just because I'm more of a bullish trader. I'd be getting in for a buy around this area. All right. Wait for a retest around this area. We'll see what happens. All right. And then Bitcoin. The bitty boys. And just an FYI, I said this in my last week video, Bitcoin, you guys know how I say 90% of the market is speculation. I feel like 100% of the market and all the cryptos are speculation just because it's so new. You know what I'm saying? It's so new compared to all these other markets. So just keep that in mind. Does it respect levels? Obviously, clearly it does, but nonetheless, it's still Bitcoin. If Joe Biden gives out stimulus, there's so many things that can just ride off the hype versus what actual price should be doing, price action should be doing. But God knows it's like that in every market. So, all right. So for Bitcoin right now, definitely has room to come back down in this area. I would look for it to break. Looks, and of course you can't judge too much off of this one day right here, but I would look for it to break. Honestly, I'm waiting for Bitcoin to come back down to 28, and this is that area anyway. So yeah, I'm waiting for it to come back down to 28 for a real solid buy. But in all honesty, it might take a while. I do see it hitting this 52 area again. It peaked at 53 last week, it looks like, but or maybe 2 weeks ago. But definitely something to keep an eye on. You guys know how Bitcoin moves by now if you've been trading with me. And in a nutshell, I would be waiting for it to respect this area to go in for a buy, and then I would be waiting for it to respect this area. I would try to wait for one of these resistance candles and then get in for a sell. All right. So, and clearly that's what from here, 50 to 40. That's 5,000 pips right there. So you guys know how Bitcoin moves. It gets there quite quickly. It can easily get to any of these levels in one day. So just make sure your stop losses are set. I'll be dropping a capital management video here shortly for you guys to one of the things that I've struggled with as a trader is having my stop losses set at a certain point where it's not affecting my whole account. So I'm getting to the point now where it's like I rather just cut the finger off before I lose my whole arm. You know what I'm saying? So that's the mindset that I'm taking. So at this point, you'll see see me hit a lot more of my stop losses versus my take profits, if anything. But you guys know for a fact that I don't miss that often. I don't miss that often. So I heard a great quote, and it was talking about what makes a good trader a great trader is someone who has the right stop losses and has the right lot size, position size. All right, so keep that in mind. From here, I would be looking for a buy around the 43, 44, 45 area. Definitely, because it might not come all the way back down here, but around 45, I do see it touching that quite soon. And then maybe you can get in for a buy and ride it back up to 50, and that'd be 5,000 pips for you guys. So that's what I would go with. Outside of that, Queens and Kings, that's it for the day. I appreciate you guys. If you guys have any questions, tap in with me. We will be having more firm trading schedules here shortly. I do have specific hours where I will be trading London session a lot more often now. That London session can be very powerful. If you know how to get in the market and get out, it's just like from 7 to 8 on the New York Stock Exchange. You know what I'm saying? So from 2 to 4 p.m., I believe that's Eastern Standard Time, 2 to 4 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. London session runs, and it runs. There's a lot of volatility there and a lot of opportunity. So if you can get up for 30, 45 minutes, placing your pending orders, and then go back to sleep real quick, I definitely recommend doing it because the volatility is real. All right. But outside of that, Queens and Kings, I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and get this up on YouTube. Please subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys next week. Thank you for tapping in with Lionheart Capital's Sunday Markup. Y'all keep grinding. Rah.